Hello everyone, it's me again, and here we are in third session, and today we'll learn about nested if functions and lookup functions, how we use nested if and lookup functions in our data in day-to-day's life. So as you can see the data, it says the salesperson and their performance and the total performance as well. So right now, the company wants to give their employees the bonuses according to their level performances. So they say the boss says who got 15 or more than 15 uh, total in performance, then they'll be qualified for the bonuses, and below 15 then they are disqualified. So what we'll do is we'll apply the if formula, because there is a condition. When the condition rises, we'll apply the if function. So is equal to if, I'll press the tab key, and it says the logical test. And as you can see, logical test, we are standing on the first statement, which is the logical test, and the other one, which is value of true and value of false, is in square bracket. That means it's an optional argument, but we'll use this optional argument as we needed this argument in this condition. So our logical test is this total performance. We have to uh, put the criteria so that we can know about who are qualified or disqualified based on their total performance. So we'll write is equal to if, select the total performance, and we'll put a criteria which is greater than is equal to 15. Greater than is equal to 15 means 15 or more than 15. Then comma. Now it says value of true. So if this total performance is equals to or greater than 15, then the person should be qualified. So we'll put qualified in double inverted commas. As you all know, whenever we apply text in a formula, always put it in a double inverted commas. Okay, then it will be a correct formula and it will apply to all. If you don't put in double inverted comma in a text form, then your formula will be wrong and it says it's an error. So the formula is if logical test we have applied, which is total performance, and we have put a criteria also which is greater than is equal to 15, because we want the person who wants to get the bonus should be is equal to or greater than 15. Then if it's greater than or is equal to 15, then it's qualified, rather than if value is false. If this condition is false, then it will be what? Disqualified, right? And when I press enter, you'll see it's qualified because the total performance the Ravi gets is 21. I'll copy and paste the formula by double clicking on it, so that we'll get to know about the rest of it also. And as you can see, only 1% is disqualified and the rest of it got qualified. But again, the boss is seeing that everyone is qualifying for the bonuses, which is not fair, because bonuses is rare and special and only get to those who are very hardworking and dedicated to their work. So the boss again put a condition that it will the bonus will distribute on the basis of their level wise performance instead of total performance. Okay, so if the bonuses is distributed on the basis of the level wise, the level wise is level 1, level 2 and level 3. So the boss wants the bonuses to be gave according to their level wise. Okay, so the level in level wise performance, the boss made a criteria which is 5 or more than 5. Who gets 5 or more than 5 in each level, then they will be qualified. Ra- ra- Rather than they'll be qualified or disqualified. Okay, so in this condition, we'll put and formula. Okay, so in and formula, the both the condition should be true. We'll apply and formula when we'll apply the and formula when we want to know the whole level should be true. एंड कंडीशन तब निकाली जाती है जब हमें सारी जो कंडीशंस हमारी हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल लेवल 1, लेवल 2, लेवल 3, कि हमें तीनों लेवल की कंडीशंस ट्रू होनी चाहिए, कि तीनों लेवल्स में ग्रेटर देन इज इक्वल टू 5 आना ही चाहिए, तभी वो क्वालिफाइड होगा। और इस कंडीशन में हम क्या अप्लाई करते हैं, एंड फॉर। ठीक है, and we can apply and in more than 3 conditions as well. So we'll apply and formula which says is equal to and. I'll press the tab key. Okay, now it says logical 1, logical 2, and when I add commas also, you can see it increases. So we can make more than 2 or 3 logical tests here. So we'll will be in the logical 1 test, which is a mandatory. So we want that, and level 1, we'll select the level 1, and we'll put a criteria which is greater than is equal to 5. Okay, then comma logical 2. Now our logical 2 is level 2, greater than is equal to 5, comma again logical 3, which is level 3, greater than is equal to 5. Okay, we'll close down the bracket because we are done with the and formula that says, and if level 1 is equal greater than is equal to 5, and level 2 is greater than is equal to 5, level 3 is greater than is equal to 5, then we'll put an if condition, because we want to know according to these level who is qualified and disqualified for the bonuses. Then before and we'll apply if. Now this is nested if formulas. Okay, so we'll apply if, and our logical test is complete. As you can see, now we have to put the condition whether it's true or false. So again we'll apply in double inverted commas qualified, because we want to know who is qualified and disqualified on the basis of their levels. Okay, I'll close down the bracket and then I'll press enter, and then you'll see it says disqualified. The Ravi who I'm sorry. So it says the Ravi who got qualified in the first statement according to his total performance is now disqualified on because of the basis of his levels wise performance. Okay, so that is how and formula works with and function. So now as you can see, many of the employees are now disqualified, which was qualified earlier. So now the bosses worry that now most of them are disqualified, but at least we have to be, you know, we have to be a very we have to be concerned about the employees because they worked very hard. So what we can do is, rather than put a criteria in on third, we can use one we can use two criteria out of three. So in this condition कि बॉस जो चाहता है कि जो तीन लेवल का हमने फर्स्ट क्राइटेरिया रखा था कि तीनों लेवल में 5 या 5 से ऊपर आने चाहिए, अब वो चाहता है कि चलो अब तीन नहीं, कम से कम दो लेवल में तो हर एम्प्लॉय पास होना ही चाहिए अपनी बोनस के लिए। तो अब यहाँ पे हमें क्या अप्लाई करना होगा, एंड फंक्शन किसके लिए अप्लाई करते हैं, जब सारी सिचुएशन कंडीशंस ट्रू होनी चाहिए। अब हमें इसमें किसी दो कंडीशंस यहाँ पे ट्रू करनी है rather than three. So then in this condition we'll apply the OR formula. Okay, OR formula is applied if one criteria out of multiple is true, the ultimate result will be true. Are you getting my point? With OR, अगर एक क्राइटेरिया आउट ऑफ मल्टीपल क्राइटेरिया, आउट ऑफ कई क्राइटेरियाज में अगर ट्रू हुआ, तो इन द एंड उसका रिजल्ट जो आएगा वो ट्रू ही आएगा, क्योंकि वो एटलीस्ट एक क्राइटेरिया में तो पास है। तो इस कंडीशन में हम और लगाते हैं, तो हमारा जो कंडीशन है वो सेम एंड की तरह होता है। हमारा सिंटेक्स एंड और का सिंटेक्स सेम होता है, विच सेज लॉजिकल वन लॉजिकल टू। So again, we'll apply the same formula as it is, like we apply the formula in end earlier. So again, it says logical one, logical two, and so on. So we'll write is equal to or level one greater than is equal to 5, comma level two greater than is equal to 5, comma level 3 greater than is equal to 5. See, now our logical test is complete with OR condition. Now we have to apply a condition where we want to know now in this condition who is qualified or disqualified. Again, we'll apply the if condition so that we can know the values, that if it is true or it's false. Comma in double inverted comma will write qualified, because we want to know who is qualified or who is disqualified, right? And close down the bracket. Now you see who was disqualified earlier is now qualified because he is passed the two levels out of three. So now he is qualified for the bonuses. And I'll copy paste down the formulas by double clicking on it, and you can see now almost all of it are qualified in this condition. Okay, now if a person is getting 5 or more than 5 in any two of the level out of 3, then it will be treated as qualified, right? Now in these type of situations we use nested formula in which both and or condition being used. In this formula, we'll break it into three parts and make a group like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, and so on. So now we'll compare the levels into group. We'll break it down in three parts, three levels into three parts into three groups. Okay, so now we'll apply the nested formula, which is if with or and. First, we'll type is equal to or, press the tab key and apply again and, then press the tab key. Now it is the logical one. Now our logical one is level 1, which is greater than is equal to 5, comma level 2 greater than is equal to 5. We'll close down the bracket because we are done with the one group, which is level 1 and level 2, comma I'll apply again and formula, press the tab key, and my second group is level 2, which is greater than is equal to 5, comma, then level 3, which is greater than is equal to 5. I'll close down the bracket, comma, again I'll open another and formula, by pressing the tab key, and then my third group will be level 1 greater than is equal to 5 and level 3 greater than is equal to 5. Okay, you see that it's quite a lengthy formula, but it's very effective as well. So you can see we apply the AND formula. First, we apply the AND formula and put a three conditions in it by making a group out of three levels, by break it into three parts, and we make a group like first 1 2, then second third, and then first and third. Okay, we make a group like this. Fine. Now again we want to put a condition on it by applying और कि इन किन्हीं तीन ग्रुप्स में से अगर किसी दो में भी कोई पास हुआ तो मतलब वो बोनस के लिए क्वालिफाइड हो गया. तो इस वजह से अब हम क्या लगाएंगे, इफ कंडीशन. इफ and press the tab key. Now our logical test, we have done with the logical test, comma, sorry, first we'll close down the another bracket of or and then comma. Now it says value if true. Value of true, as you all know, we'll apply the qualified text because we want to know who is qualified in this condition and disqualified. To get to know who is disqualified in this condition, and I'll close down the bracket, and you'll see Ravi is again qualified because out of three groups, as you can see in 1 2 group, you can compare it. On first group he passed the second level, and on second third he passed the both level, and on first and third he passed the third level. So that is how he is qualified for the bonuses. I'll copy paste down the formula by double clicking on it, and you can see it. Now I'll insert another column and I'll apply status because there's one more condition that we get to know about. Now you see this is quite a lengthy formula. Another method of applying this formula is very simple, which is count if. But remember that um, we can use count if formula for making it a lot easier, but count if formula only applied in numerical data, not for alphabetical data. Okay, for alphabetical data, we have to go with this nested if function, right? But with the numerical data, we can switch it to the countif function. So I'll open the countif formula by clicking or by writing countif and by pressing the tab key. Then it says range. So my range is level 1 to level 3, right? Comma. Now it says criteria. As you all know, my criteria was greater than is equal to 5. But now I have to put it in the text. And as you all know, when we have to put a text in a formula, we have to put it in a double inverted comma. So I'll open the double inverted comma and I'll put a criteria which says is greater than is equal to 5. Double inverted comma, close the bracket, and then again we'll put a condition कि तीनों लेवल में ग्रेटर देन इज इक्वल टू 5 आना चाहिए, बट किन्हीं दो लेवल में. तो मैंने लिखा ग्रेटर देन इज इक्वल टू 2. किन्हीं दो या दो से ज्यादा लेवल में अगर किसी का 5 या 5 से ज्यादा मार्क्स आया तो दैट मीन्स he is qualified. So again I'll apply the if function, comma, oh wait a sec, I'll apply the if function, and again I'll put a value which says qualified, double inverted comma, again double inverted comma, and disqualified. Okay, close down the bracket, and then you'll see he is qualified because he passed the 2 levels out of 3. Okay, so that is how you can take out a value uh, by applying countif formula, and it's a lot easier than the earlier one which we used with if or with and. Okay, now the company wants the grading system. uh, the boss wants everyone should get a grade basis on their performances. So they gave us this chart which says below 5 or 5, they who got below 5 to 5 will get F grade, and 6 in between 6 to 10 they get E, for 11 to 15 D, 16 to 20 C, 21 to 25 B, and 26 to 30 will get a A grade. So for grading system, the formula will be used in if formula will be used, and in every statement, new if formula will be open. You getting my point? I'll show you how. So I'll apply is equal to if bracket open. So my total cell, I'll select the total cell because we want to know the grading system basis on their total performance, right? So I'll select the total performance, and right now my criteria is less than is equal to 5 because the criteria is 5 or 5 below, right? So less than is equal to 5, comma, in double bracket because F is a text. So we'll put it in a double inverted comma. Okay, comma. If total performance is below or greater is equal to 5, then he'll get F, comma. Again, I'll open the if function by pressing the tab key, and again I'll select the total performance cell and put a criteria which is less than is equal to. Now earlier it was 5 because if the person gets 0 or 5, he'll get F grade. But now my criteria will be 10 because I want to know who gets 10 or 10 below. So my criteria will be 10, comma, in double inverted comma E grade, right? And again I'll open the if function and then select the total performance and put a criteria which is less than is equal to, now it's my criteria will be 15. I'll skip it to 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So that is how it works. So total performance less than is equal to 15, comma, if it's true, then he'll get what? In 15 he'll get D. So I'll apply the D, and again then I'll open another if function and select the total performance, and less than is equal to, now it's 20, comma, in double inverted comma it says C, who gets 20 or 20 below will get a C grade, right? Again I'll open the if function, select the total performance, put a criteria which is less than equals to 25 because I want to know who got 25 or below 25, and according to that he'll get B grade, comma. Now value if false. In value if false because we want to complete the formula because last condition is left, only last condition is left which is A. So now the logical test which says the logical test was less than or equals to 20 will get C, less than equals to 25 will get B. If he gets less than or greater is equal to 25, he'll get B. But if it's false, then he'll get what? A grade. Okay. So that's how it works. And always remember that we have opened many brackets, as you all can see. Same, we have to close as many brackets as we have opened it. So for that, you 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 can have the idea for closing it for this syntax. If you close down the bracket, you can see the position is changing of the syntax. So again, when you press control, again when you close down the other bracket, you see the position is changing. Again, third में, and then fourth, and when you apply fifth, now it's disappeared. That means we are done with the brackets also. And when I enter, you'll see he gets B because the total performance was 21, and in 21 to 25 the grade will be B. So that is how he gets the B grade, and that is how you can apply grades, okay, for the employees as well as students according to their performances. So this is the nested if functions that we can apply in day-to-day life according to the data given condition. Okay, if you can apply if with and if with or, and you can apply both nested if function. And by and for grading system, you also learn about how you can grade the employees, right? So now our next topic is VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP हम कहाँ और कैसे यूज करते हैं और क्यों यूज करते हैं? VLOOKUP जो होता है हमारा, हम तब यूज करते हैं जब हमारी कोई भी एक हमारी एक वैल्यू हो। फॉर सपोज गेम आईडीज, यहाँ पे आप डेटा देख सकते हैं, गेम आईडीज हैं, ठीक है, और ये उनके कोड्स हैं, बट इनके जो नेम्स हैं वो है इस नेक्स्ट शीट पे, विच इज डेटा। गेम आईडीज के अकॉर्डिंग इनके ये नेम्स दे रखे हैं, एंड यहाँ पे जो है हमें नेम्स चाहिए गेम आईडीज के अकॉर्डिंग। तो हम क्या करेंगे, हमारे पास एक लुकअप वैल्यू है जो कि है गेम आईडीज। इस वैल्यू की मदद से हम इनके नेम्स और इजिली निकाल सकते हैं। तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम वी लुकअप अप्लाई करेंगे, राइट? तो इज इक्वल टू वी लुकअप। वी लुकअप जैसे हमने अप्लाई करा, आप देख सकते हैं इसका सिंटेक्स विच सेज लुकअप वैल्यू, table array, column index number, range lookup. As you all can see, these three conditions are mandatory, and the one which is in square bracket, it's an optional argument. So we'll be using VLOOKUP. We'll start the formula by selecting the lookup value. So our lookup value where जहाँ से हम जिसकी मदद से हम अपनी नेम्स निकाल सकते हैं, तो हमारी लुकअप वैल्यू क्या हुई, गेम आईडीज, राइट, कॉमा। अब हमारा टेबल एरे वो हुआ जहाँ पे हमारे आंसर्स हैं, जहाँ से हमें नेम्स मिल सकते हैं। तो कहाँ से हमें नेम्स मिल सकते हैं, इस डेटा से। तो हम यहाँ डेटा में गए और हमने अपनी टेबल रेंज पूरी सिलेक्ट कर ली, ठीक है। अब जैसे हमने कॉमा अप्लाई करा, यहाँ पे पूछ रहा है कॉलम इंडेक्स नंबर, कि हमारा जो नेम है वो किस कॉलम इंडेक्स में रिलाई करता है। तो एज यू ऑल कैन सी, हमारा जो टेबल है वो सिर्फ दो कॉलम्स का है, और हमें जो वैल्यू निकालनी है वो नेम्स की निकालनी है, और नेम्स की वैल्यू किस कॉलम में है, सेकंड कॉलम में। एज यू कैन सी, गेम आईडी इज इन फर्स्ट, नेम इज इन सेकंड, सो वील अप्लाई द सेकंड कॉलम। So we'll write 2, comma, and range lookup. Now it says range lookup. True means approximate match, false means exact match. And we want the exact match. If the game ID 1 is Detroit, so I want that in number 1, the Detroit name should be come. So that's why I'll go with the false. I'll press the tab for false. And another way of using false is just apply 0. Okay, by applying 0, that means it's a false statement. And I'll close down the bracket. by closing the bracket, and I'll press enter, and you'll see the game ID is number one, name is Detroit, and I'll copy paste down the answers, and here it is. And as you all see that here it says NA. Why? Because you can see the range which exceed to D13 to E32, and the first range was D4 to E23. And as you go through in each cell, you can see the range is exceeding, like E24, E25, E26, E27, E28, E29, and so on. So the range is changing their positions, right? So when you see this E10 to D10 to E29, when you see the range where it's like D10 to 29, so you can see the 29 is a blank cell. So automatically it will be an NA. So what we can do, and we have learned this earlier session also, that for not changing the position, we have to freeze the range. Okay, so we'll again type the formula, which is equal to we look up. I'll select the lookup value, which is game IDs, comma. Now for table array, I'll select the table array, right, by control plus shift plus down key, and I want to freeze this table array so that it cannot change its position. So what can I do is I'll press the F4 key so that the table range will be freeze, and as you all can see the dollar sign is appeared, dollar sign appeared. That means now my table is freeze, comma. I'll apply the 2 cause my range is in second column, comma 0, and when I press enter, you can see when I copy and paste down the formula, now you can see each and every value has come, and you can see the game IDs with their names. So that is how the formula works, by freezing the range, right? Now there's duplicate values. The range, the VLOOKUP is we can use in duplicate values also. As you all know, the lookup value should be a unique. It shouldn't be, you know, like repeated. So what we can do is, if my uh, there is an invoice number, and on the basis of invoice number I want total income should become, and my total income is in the next sheet. See, invoice number and the total income. Okay, but as you can see in invoice number, the invoice number is repeating, like 3786, 3786 here, and again there is another 3786. So what I can do is, first I'll, you know, I'll make a unique, I want to know, first I want to know how many times the invoice number is repeating by applying the COUNTIF formula. So I'll apply the COUNTIF. Okay, now it says range. So my range is this and this. Okay, but I'll freeze this range, comma, and my criteria is also this. Double bracket close and enter C1. If you don't understand that what I have do in this formula, I'll explain it again. That I want to know this number, that how many times it's repeating in the table. So that is why the range that I have put is this invoice number, and I freeze the first range, which is C4, so that it cannot move its position, and then it can figure it out that this number is how many times it's repeating. And criteria again is also invoice number, because I want to know that how many times it's repeating the invoice number. So that is why it says number one, and when I apply it, rest of it, you can see one and 3786 second time, and 3786 third time. See, now you can see how the formula works when I applied the countif formula. Okay, now I want to put it together to make it a unique ID. So what I can do is I'll apply the concatenate formula to combine it together. And how I can combine it? By is equal to, select the invoice number, put an and I want a space, so I'll put a dash on it. Again, I'll apply and I'll select this number counting function. And when I press enter, see, now my unique ID has come. Right, now I want to copy it, paste it down here, because whenever you apply lookup, lookup, always remember that your lookup value should be in left side, not in the right side, because all in lookup value, the lookup should be in the left, otherwise the formula will never work. So that's why I'll copy this formula, copy this column, and I'll paste it down here. But when I press Ctrl plus V, you can see the references come, because the formula place has changed. So what I can do is I'll copy this, and when I want to paste it, I'll right click it, and it says the paste special. And when I explore it, it says paste formulas, formulas and number, keep source, many options. But I want the formulas to be pasted, so I'll go with formulas or not. First, I'll unselect this, and then I'll put up want to paste it in values. See, I don't want my formulas to be pasted, but I want my values to be pasted, because I want only my unique IDs. So that is why I'll paste it in values. So that is how the unique IDs has come with the values that been that with the help of paste special. Okay, so my data is in next sheet, and here you can see it's an invoice number. So for lookup value, we have to put in unique ID also, so that the lookup value should be similar and matching. So in this we'll apply the same formula, but we'll um we'll apply the nested formula for that. For example, we'll apply concatenate and countif formula together. How? I'll show you how. Is equal to, first I'll select this and put a and sign. Then I'll open the countif function tab. I'll select this with the range this. Okay, and I'll freeze the first before, because I don't want this range to be moved, right? So I'll freeze this comma, and my range will be this B4, right? And I'll close down the bracket, and um, minus and enter. See, the unique ID has come, as you can see. Okay, that is how we can uh, हम अपनी यूनिक आईडीज ऐसे हम निकाल सकते हैं. अब हम वी लुकअप आसानी से लगा सकते हैं, विच इज इक्वल टू वी लुकअप and I'll select the lookup value, which is this, comma, the table array is in the next sheet. I'll select the whole data by pressing Ctrl plus Shift plus down arrow, comma, but remember that before that we have to freeze the table. All right, comma, now it says the total income, so we have to count the columns in how many, in which column the total income is lying. So number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, number six, number seven, number eight, number nine. So in ninth column, the total income is lying, comma, I'll zero and I'll press enter. See, 600, and when I press it, you can see in 3786 second mein, the total income is 100, and in you can check it out also. 3786, see, 3786 in first, 600, the total income is 600, and 3786 in 2, the total income is 100. So see, that is the correct answer. So that is how you can apply VLOOKUP on duplicate values by by applying unique IDs. Okay, now our next is HLOOKUP. As you all know, VLOOKUP is for vertical. In VLOOKUP, V stands for vertical, and HLOOKUP, in HLOOKUP, H stands for horizontal lookup. So in VLOOKUP, the table array was vertical, but in HLOOKUP, the table array is in horizontal. The lookup value where we want the answers. So in that case, we'll use HLOOKUP is equal to HLOOKUP, and it's same with same ditto as VLOOKUP. Lookup value, table array, row index number. In VLOOKUP we have column index number, but in HLOOKUP we have row index number because this is row. On the basis of row we have to put हम values निकालेंगे, और lookup v lookup में हम column के basis पे values निकालते हैं. ठीक है, तो h lookup में अब ये क्या कह रहे हैं, based on builders retrieve commissions. अब builders के basis पे हमें उनकी commissions देनी है, तो हम उनकी commissions कैसे देंगे, हमारा जो lookup value वो क्या रहेगा, builder का नेम. ठीक है, जैसे डग, डेव, ब्राइन, तो हमारा लुकअप वैल्यू रहा बिल्डर, कॉमा, अब है टेबल एरे. हमारी टेबल एरे क्या है, जहां से हमें अपनी वैल्यूज निकालनी है, वो है हमारी ये हॉरिजॉन्टल टेबल एरे. ओके, अगेन हम इसको फ्रीज कर देंगे बाय प्रेसिंग द F4 की ऑन योर कीबोर्ड, कॉमा, रो इंडेक्स नंबर. अब हमारा जो वी लुकअप में हम कैसे काउंट करते थे, 1 2 3 4. एच लुकअप में हम कैसे काउंट करेंगे, 1 2 3 4, बिकॉज हम रोज काउंट करना है. और एज यू कैन सी, हमारा जो रो इंडेक्स नंबर है जहाँ पे परसेंटेज लाई करते हैं कमीशन की, वो है सेकंड रो में. तो हम सेकंड रो अप्लाई करेंगे, कॉमा एंड 0, बिकॉज वी वांट द एग्जैक्ट मैच. ब्रैकेट क्लोज, एंटर. सी, डक की कमीशन कितनी है, 6%, राइट. डेव की 8%, ब्रायन की 4%. सी, सो दैट इज हाउ एच लुकअप वर्क्स, राइट. अब है मैच रो. मैच रो तब निकलता है, मैच हमारा तब निकलता है जब हमें देखना हो कि हमारा ये जो आइटम है वो किस रो में या कॉलम में लाई करता है. ओके, क्योंकि देखिए, जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं काफी लंबी लिस्ट है. अब हमें देखना हो कि किस पर्टिकुलर रो नंबर पे लाई करते हैं, तो उसके लिए हम मैच अप्लाई करते हैं, MATCH मैच. लुकअप वैल्यू इज दिस फर्नीचर स्टोर, कॉमा, एंड लुकअप एरर इज दिस, R business, and I'll freeze this column again, and then I'll press enter. The C furniture store, as you can see, is in fourth. Okay, first, second, third, fourth furniture store. So that is how match works. इट्स वेरी इजी कि हमें आसानी से पता चल गया कि फर्नीचर स्टोर्स जो है वो फोर्थ रो में है। तो अगर फोर्थ रो हम किस बेसिस पे देखेंगे, हम ऐसे नहीं कि फोर्थ यहाँ पे लिखा है तो यहाँ पे होना चाहिए फोर्थ, नहीं। जहाँ जहाँ से हमने अपनी टेबल रेंज सेलेक्ट करी है, हमने टेबल रेंज न्यू एंड यूज्ड कार डीलर से सेलेक्ट करी है, तो इसी के बेसिस पे, इसी के अकॉर्डिंग हमें नंबर फोर्थ देखना पड़ेगा कि हमारा नंबर फोर्थ कहाँ लाया करते हैं, यहाँ पे नंबर 8 पे, क्योंकि हमारी रेंज स्टार्ट हो रही है 5 से। ओके, तो ऐसे हम अपनी मैच यूज कर सकते हैं। और अनदर एग्जांपल इज आल्सो हेयर, सपोज इनवॉइस नंबर हमारे ये हैं, तो इसका हमें मैच निकालना हुआ कि 2348 हमें जानना हो किस रो नंबर पे लाइक करता है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, इज इक्वल टू मैच टैब and select the lookup value which is this, comma, and lookup array is the whole table, and press the F4 key and then enter. Now see it's in number 1, right? And 2577 is in 8. As you can select the 2577, you can see count is 8. Okay, so that is how match works. Now last one is index with match. इंडेक्स विद मैच तब यूज होता है जहाँ पे हम वी लुकअप अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते। फॉर सपोज यहाँ पे नेशन कोड, नेशन कोड के अकॉर्डिंग हमें नेशंस निकालने हैं, बट एज यू कैन सी नेशंस इज इन लेफ्ट side and nation code is in right side, but here the nation code is in left side. So in this condition we have to apply index with match function. So index with match में हम कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, इज इक्वल टू इंडेक्स अप्लाई करेंगे एंड यहाँ पे एरे, एरे हमारा क्या हुआ, ये पूरा, ठीक है। हमने फंक्शन की से प्रेस किया, अब हम इसको मैच करेंगे। मैच में लुकअप वैल्यू, हमारी लुकअप वैल्यू क्या है, ये, और कॉमा लुकअप एरे क्या है हमारा, नेशन कोड का ये, ठीक है। इसको अगेन हम क्या करेंगे, F4 क्लोज करेंगे, अगेन हम मैच ओपन करेंगे, एंड अब हमें चाहिए नेशंस, तो नेशंस के लिए हम यहाँ पे अप्लाई करेंगे और इसको भी फ्रीज कर दें क्योंकि हम नहीं चाहते कहीं पे मूव करें क्योंकि ये नेशंस है। कॉमा, अब हमारी लुकअप एरे क्या होनी चाहिए, नेशंस कोड, हमें कॉलम चाहिए क्योंकि हमें नेशन कोड्स के अंडर ही नेशंस चाहिए, ठीक है। एंड देन प्रेस एंटर। नाउ यू कैन सी, ओके ओके ओके, बिकॉज हमने जो इंडेक्स की रेंज यूज करी वो आई थिंक गलत करी, हमें ये वाली रेंज सिलेक्ट करनी थी, और इसको हमने F4 किया एंड एंटर करा, तब भी नहीं आया। इंडेक्स विद मैच, इंडेक्स विद मैच, वेट अ सेक, I want to see how my formula works, so I'll go in the lookup functionality and sharing is paused. No. I want to see the index match function, how it works. So index में J right match किया, E7 और K. Okay, now I got it how it works. So यहाँ हमने दोबारा से हम अप्लाई करेंगे इंडेक्स, ओपन द ब्रैकेट, एंड हमारी रेंज है ये, ठीक है। एंड हमने इसको फ्रीज करा, कॉमा, मैच ओपन करेंगे हम, मैच ओपन करके हमारा जो लुकअप वैल्यू है ये है नेशन कोड, कॉमा, और हमारा जो नेशन कोड है वो है ये, ठीक है। नेशन कोड ये है, एंड देन हमने इसको फ्रीज कर दिया। क्योंकि हमें सिर्फ नेशन कोड के लिए नेशन कोड कॉलम को ही सिलेक्ट करना था। देन अगेन हम मैच कॉलम ओपन करेंगे। अब हमें नेशंस चाहिए, तो हम नेशन वेट, तो हम यहाँ पे ये हो गया, तो कॉमा मैच ओपन करेंगे हम। ब्रैकेट क्लोज, कॉमा मैच नेशन, नेशन को हम फ्रीज कर देंगे, कॉमा एंड नेशन कोड, इसको भी फ्रीज कर देंगे, कॉमा एंड देन अगेन क्लोज द ब्रैकेट। नाउ हियर कम्स इंडिया, नेशन कोड का नेशन आ गया इंडिया, ऐसे हम सब में अप्लाई कर देंगे। तो ये देख सकते हैं आप, इसमें ये आ गया। बट ये यहाँ पे ऐसा क्यों आया, क्योंकि E7 सही होना चाहिए वैसे। E6 से हम E7 कर देते हैं। ठीक है, oh control C, now it's wrong. So that is how our nation code index with match works. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a lot from this. So till then, bye bye.